and higher prices. University of Nebraska-Lincoln professor Erkut Sönmez studies the food supply chain and how to make it more efficient. He says much of the world is facing a perfect storm of disruption.
On one side, we are having shortage on food supplies. People are looking for more food. And on the other hand, we have actually food produced that is just rotting or going bad in some containers in some part of the world.
Processing and packaging companies struggle with labor shortages. Freight rates are skyrocketing. Farmers grapple with shortages of fertilizer and chemicals needed to grow crops, along with transportation and labor issues.
In terms of farmers, they have been seeing significant labor shortages, and especially in fresh produce, millions of pounds of fresh produce are not being harvested.
Sönmez says the agriculture supply chain was built for efficiency, not flexibility. When a hurricane or pandemic comes along, it's harder to recover quickly. Research can identify the problems.
For example, what if I lose 20% of my production capacity to COVID? What if, in the next 5 years, 50% of the truckers retire? So we need to implement these kind of what-if stress tests and scenarios to identify the bottlenecks. We can then actually direct our efforts to improve the bottleneck points of the supply chains.
Food shortages could impact the Thanksgiving table, and we can expect to see higher prices on store shelves and restaurant menus.
Definitely, I expect higher menu prices on restaurants, higher food prices on any fresh produce or any packaged produce.